Cap Publishing presents Camp Krampus, a story written and read to you by Dave Cap. Part 2. There were 3 tents at the campsite. One for Mr. Trapp, one for Lindsay, and one for me, Eric, and Leo. Man, was it awkward when we went to sleep that night. Leo couldn't stop crying. I mean, I don't really blame him. Not that I remember, but I must have acted the same way when I found out that Santa wasn't real. "Hey, Leo," I said, rolling over in my sleeping bag to face him. Leo wiped away a handful of tears from his eyes. "Yeah, look, if you believe in Santa Claus, then that's all that matters. Don't let anyone else tell you what to believe in. I mean, I believe in hobbits. You think I care what anyone says?" "Yeah, man." Eric looked up from his phone. "Mr. Trapp doesn't know anything." "So you guys believe in Santa?" Leo asked between sniffles. "Heck yeah," Eric answered unapologetically. "Yep, I do too." I didn't like to lie, mainly because I was horrible at it, but I had to make an exception this time. After a moment of silence, Eric unzipped his sleeping bag and sat up. "So what do you guys say?" "About what?" I responded. "Let's sneak out of here. If we have to be in the wilderness, we might as well have some fun, right?" Right. I think I'm going to just stay here and go to sleep. You know, the faster I go to sleep, the faster I can get up and go home." I chuckled nervously. "Come on, dude." "Let me guess. You're scared," Eric scoffed. "I am not scared," I fired back. Eric stood up and pulled on his jacket. "Then come on." "What about Krampus?" Leo asked nervously. "I see Krampus is fake. It was just a stupid story Mr. Trapp made up to keep us in our tents." I didn't want to go with Eric. It wasn't like me to disobey a teacher's instructions, even if they were stupid. Still, something in the back of my mind told me to follow him, encouraging me to break the rules for once. It was also refreshing to be invited to something. Anything. Even if I was the only option. Who knows though, maybe if I sneak out now and show Eric that I'm not lame, we'll hang out more. "Alright, I'm in," I announced. "There you go, Fry. You stay here, Leo." Leo was already putting on his jacket. "Heck no, I'm coming with you two." The night seemed brighter than when we were sitting around the campfire. A sky filled with glowing white stars lit our entire campsite, bathing everything in a tint of blue. Staring up, I noticed that one area was brighter than the rest. It seemed overcrowded by stars. The area was long and thin. In fact, it almost looked like a road. A road in the sky. "So where should we go first?" Eric asked. "I think we've been out long enough. Let's go back. I've got some beef jerky in my sleeping bag," Leo said nervously. "I'll share it with you guys." I didn't answer. Instead, I kept my gaze high and followed the path made of starlight. "Come on." Without waiting for a response, I stepped off our campsite and towards the forest. Eric took a few long strides to catch up to me. "Hey, Fry, there's nothing this way, just a bunch of trees. We should go check out the area Mr. Trapp got the firewood from. At least there's a trail that way." The path in the sky was now growing even brighter. In fact, it seemed like the stars were multiplying. I quickened my pace as excitement began to rumble through my entire body. It was like my legs were running on some sort of adrenaline fueled by curiosity. But just as I hit my stride, I was halted by a wall of trees. "See, I told you," Eric said matter-of-factly. "Guys, slow down!" Leo cried as he sprinted towards us. My eyes lifted back to the sky. "Hang on," I responded. The line of starlight had veered slightly to the right, but I couldn't go any further. I was about to admit defeat, but then I looked down from the sky and saw the skinniest path between 2 thick tree trunks. "There!" I exclaimed, just as Leo arrived, clutching at a stitch in his side. Stepping onto the path, I felt my sneakers sink with a frosty crunch as a swift wave of wind bit me on both cheeks. I looked down to realize the ground was covered in a thick layer of snow. Snow that glistened in the starlight. Snow that was falling from the sky. I looked back to both Eric and Leo, who hadn't followed me into the forest, and to my surprise, snow wasn't falling onto them. Why was it only snowing in the forest? With each step I took, the snow grew heavier. I felt a few flakes sneak under my jacket, onto my neck, sending an icy chill throughout my body. I had never felt so brave in my entire life, nor could I explain this sudden outburst from a rebellious side I never knew existed. "Come on, Eric, you were the one who wanted to go exploring. Well, let's go," I demanded. But Eric didn't answer. All I heard was the screaming wind and the rustling of bare trees as I ventured deeper and deeper into the forest. An owl hooted somewhere in the distance, and was followed up by another. Were they talking to each other? "Guys!" I yelled, but my voice was carried away by a gust of snowy wind. Stopping in my tracks, I decided to turn back to find Eric and Leo. But before I could, a heavy hand grabbed me on the shoulder. Hey guys, thank you so much for watching. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and stay tuned for part 3 of Camp Krampus. Happy holidays, and as always, be nice to each other.